be spinning the wheel? Do you have other plans?
You know, I'm not sure about that. For every potter, I think we only have so many pot furnaces.
Really?
I do. I do. I think that physically there is a number there for everyone. And I think your age and your health and it all just kind of combines.
Is it very physical?
It's very physical.
Painting is too. People don't realize it, but yesterday I painted for 2 hours straight. I woke up this morning, my back was like,
I mean, like anything that you're doing for a period of time, holding your hand, like I can totally see it. You know what I mean? It's all those fine little movements and muscle, you know what I mean, motions that really get to you. Standing, right? Which is, I feel like I'm doing that all day at Crafted, like when we're open, like the whole time I'm standing. And then I sit down on the wheel and do like a whole nother shift of life, sitting. Hunched over.
yeah. Oh, that's good.
The clay comes in boxes. The boxes are 50-pound boxes for clay. Each one of those little blocks is 25 pounds of clay. And like, we're moving that around, dividing it up, like all the time. There's always so much clay. Clay is heavy. It's so heavy.
I'll think about that. So on a scale, well, not a scale, on a timeline from 1 to 10, where are you in the clay business?
I feel like I have a lot more to do. It has to be a lot more intentional with that.
Do you ever want to do like sculpting or?
All the time. And I feel like that's this place where I'm at right now of, okay, what do I want to make? What do I enjoy making? What can I make that makes money? And right now I'm at a really nice intersection of, I do make things I enjoy very much in my functional work. I love my functional work. People will buy my functional work. Thank you, people, you know? But the more things that I want to do, I don't necessarily see a market for, but it's where I want to put more time and more energy into. So it's kind of scary and trying to back off on the production of the things that feed me and clothe me and house me to make the things that I never even made. That would just be awesome. I would just want to do awesome stuff.
I get it. Tomorrow is not a given. And what, you would have wasted all that money sitting in an account somewhere when you could have gone to Norway and Spain and
My mom died in December, and it was the end of a battle with cancer. And she was on hospice, and there was like a girl who came, and her job was just to come and have fun with her. So it's like she would come one day a week, just talk and hang out. She was like in her 20s or something, studying to be a nurse. So this was like a way she volunteered.
Wait, was this like part of her health?
Yes. This was like a miracle part. So my mom was with me forever. But then like the last 3 months, she'd been with me, and then she went to the hospital. We got out of the hospital that time. She was like, okay, we're gonna send her to my sister's house. My sister's the nurse.
Oh, okay.
My sister's the one with the big, beautiful house. She finally went, and the services that we had out there, I feel like since that service area wasn't as dense with people, she was in Beaumont.
Where Beaumont?
No, California. So it's like up there by Riverside and Hemet and all those little.
Yeah, less populated.
Less populated, but yeah, they had so much more resources. And one of them was this person who would come out and hang out with Mom. And together they put together this little book. Like the interests, sayings, things, whatever. And after my mom passed, she brought us the book.
Oh, no.
You right? Like
I know, it's like making me laugh.
And one of the things that she wrote in there was how she wished she traveled.
I just heard a friend of a friend, so I don't know this person, but I know about them. Their husband retired at 72 or something, 73. We're just about to like move on to the next stage of their life where they're going to travel or whatever, and then he got diagnosed with Parkinson's or something like that.
Heartbreaking.
It's debilitating right away, immediately. And there it is. Now they spent all their money. She's going to be there taking care of him, and they're not going anywhere.
That sounds terrible. Man, I can.
And so, like, why would I want to do that? Oh, you have your choice.
Oh, I have a choice. Yeah.
So I had a whole bunch of these watercolor papers that I splashed a whole bunch of paper and cut them up into little cards. I was going to give it to people. First, I went a little crazy. Plus, a lot of them didn't want to do it.
Really?
Okay, so you can take one of these and doodle on them.
Oh, they're too pretty to doodle on.
No, that's what they're for.
But they're too pretty. Okay, if
Pick
you
one.
say so. This is the one.
You like that one? It's supposed to.
It did.
Okay, well, since you're gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. Have you used these before?
I've never used it.
So let me explain. I'm gonna show you these pens, which I've been trying to get them to sponsor me. Sponsor.
I know, ladies, everything okay?
Yes.
Would you like me to clean this?
No, I need you pay the bill because the breakfast closed.
Okay,
Oh,
so you
he's
pay the
supposed
bill?
to
Yeah.
Okay, I will pay.
Yeah, please.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Break. Take a break. Okay, so let me explain.
tell. Okay.
So this is, let me open it for you. So you can see, oops. See, okay. So you can see how it's like a tip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so that's the thickest one, 0.8. This one is the medium one, sort of. So see, it's a 0.3. And then this one is not the smallest anymore. It used to be. This is 0.5. 0.05, sorry. Now they have 0.03.
Wow.
Yeah. They just came out with it. The way you use it is, it's okay. You don't have to draw like this, because that would be awkward. But try not to draw like this.
On the tip.
Yeah, so
In
you
the
want to
corner
draw
of the
more of the tip. So
Okay.
you want to go like this, and then once in a while you gotta turn it, because you saw it. It's basically a felt tip marker.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to press. You don't have to shake it.
Okay.
It'll come out all its own.
Okay. Yeah, might as well. Yes. You like a smooth man?
Well, in the right places. Because if they're smooth other places, that would be weird.
Yeah, I don't.
We're gonna use one of these papers, and we're gonna warm up. I'm gonna warm up with you, just so you can see.
Okay.
Okay.
You came before, huh?
Yes.
Long time, huh?
Yes. I saw that stuff.
Yeah.
So first thing we're gonna do at the very top, okay, is we're gonna draw. You don't want to draw a straight line because that immediately tights you up.
Okay.
I never say draw a straight line. So you're just gonna wave like this. Yep. Okay. Then you're gonna go the other way. Okay. The next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna do loopies like this. You don't have to be even, they don't have to be perfect. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then I want you to go the other way. Okay, now we're gonna get harder. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
Harder than loopies.
Now we're gonna do waves.
How to do those magical waves.
Okay, guess what?
The other way.
The other way.
Start over here.
Nice. circles. Not too big, because you got a lot of warming up to do. Oh, bigger than that.
Are we gonna go the other way?
Just draw right here.
You guys can sponsor
Oh.
the video as well. Always love a good room. Excellent soaking tubs.
Okay, so now what I want you to do is draw all different lines like this from the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
however you want, close together. At the top, circles, big circles, medium circles, swirls if you want. Don't think, just do it. Do it. The moment you start thinking, that's the nice. Okay, you're all lubed up.
Lubed up and ready to go.
Use what you have here. You can either start tracing the actual shape, or you can use them as something, or you can use it as a background, whatever you want. Did you take any art classes when you were in college?
I took a drawing class at the end of my journey after I decided I was in love with pottery, because my pottery teacher, he used to have us draw what our pots look like,
Oh, that's
so that
clever.
we could, so that we could trim it.
Yeah.
So you have to draw the shape so that you know how to cut away from the shape.
Oh.
And one day he looked at my drawing and he said to me, "Is this what you think your pot looks like?" And I was like, "Yes." And he was like, "Oh yeah, you need a drawing class."
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So I took a drawing class. I was not I didn't think I was a drawing class person. But I absolutely loved that class. I think it was very instrumental. I think it did teach me how to see a little
Yeah.
what's like actually there versus
Yeah.
how you immediately just want to interpret and categorize something.
Yeah, but why don't you want to draw what you actually see? Like, I never draw what I see. I just draw what's in my head. You know, when you started telling me that story about your pottery teacher, I was thinking, I thought you were going to say, so he came up to you one day and said, you know, you should be an artist.
No. It was, you need help.
Aw. Well, what about, like, other people? I mean, was everybody like, you went up to other people like that too, right?
No.
Oh,
I think it was because I had gotten to a point like I clearly was loving pottery.
yeah.
And I think he really saw it as a tool that I needed.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm very, very appreciative of him taking that concern. He wouldn't tell me anything. You know, he could have just dealt with my terrible drawing and just, you know, let me do what I was going to be able to do in his class and sent me along my way. But the most fun that I had was in class watching him, because he was a mover. Like, I don't know, like some people walk around and they teach, right? And they just walk. And they might point to this or that, or and he would find reasons, and it made sense where now he's ducking down low. Or like he's almost like a Spider-Man crouch, where he's up in his big weird position. Like, it was fun to watch him move around the classroom. Like, he had such this physically commanding presence, and he was this tiny little guy. Like, it was great. I loved it.
And so was his art like very much like how he would move?
You know, at the time, I don't even think I noticed his art. And
You were just watching him.
Just watching him. And like, we were in a still life class, right? So, you know, still life drawings, we're all drawing from the same little weird thing. So it wasn't like a lot to see of his self and his own work.
Yeah.
But like since then, you know, I follow him online or on Instagram or whatever, and he does these very thoughtful watercolorings of like
What did I see?
another normal. What is this? Create a hippo? What is
It's
this?
a flying hippo
A
elephant.
flying hippo. Hip elephant.
Hip elephant.
Hip elephant.
Yeah.
But he does like homeless people's tents and encampments and
So different than his
so
personality.
different than his
right?
personality.
Yeah.
Like the drawings, I mean, like his artwork is such a beautiful time and effort and like practice spent into making something pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Like you don't look at it and it becomes, you know, like glamorized. Like nothing about it says, "Oh, that's not so bad."
So yeah, I have the middle table there has all these images, really fun images from. God, I've done 34 images, and they're so different. And when I make them, I'm like, who would buy that? Or oh yeah, that's not. You know, this is kind of weird or whatever. So all the
It's
way
not
from
for you to judge them.
I know, all the way from the Eiffel Tower, very nice printed whatever, to like this crazy weird called Road Trip. It's an extraction of images off of my friend, the dark one with the, I don't know, the colorful dark one on the green wall.
Okay.
Anyway, and it's this like a steamboat car with black smoke coming out of it and these weird creatures inside, and they're on this weird flower-looking thing, and it's going on a road trip. You gotta
I have
actually. Did I print another one? No, it's already gone. But anyway, so it has that, and then some people have been looking at the Japanese mask one, and I mean, I've made 160. So is that 8 people? Yeah, 8 people.
Nice.
Actually 7, because one bought 2. So because it's hard to come to people and say, I have this cause and I wonder if you could help me and just give me $20. You have to give them something, even if it's a pen
Yeah.
or an eraser.
People want something.
They want something. I'm not, so I understand that. And so I totally, when people look through and it's like they're just not in the mood right now to dish out, you know, hundreds and thousands of dollars on a piece of art, and who is, then I talk to them and then I say, oh, did you see these, you know?
Right.
And I say, I have this, you know, read it. I have a little plaque there they can read. And then, sure enough, if I just mention it to them, they totally get into it. You know, in addition to my sparkling personality, I'm sure. But
That's the winner right there. I think that's the one bad thing about being an entrepreneur is sometimes how much your personality like affects things.
yeah, but I've noticed that it doesn't seem to matter if I have a resting bitch face or if I'm smiley, if I'm nice to people or not nice to people. It doesn't matter. The thing with art is, well, probably ceramics too, because or pottery or anything like that. You know, it's a luxury item. It's not something you have to get. I mean,
Right.
You could buy a whole dish set on Amazon for $20. You know.
You surely can.
So I've noticed that it doesn't really matter how I'm behaving that day on whether or not, you know, I sell anything. It really just depends on if my art is for you. It's not for everybody. Some people just like looking at it, which is fine. But that's the great thing about creating art, right? I mean, you're not gonna change the way you do it just because somebody comes in one day and says, "Oh, do you have ones with like stripes and it looks like this?" Or, "Oh, I took a class in Roku. Can you do that?" Or, "My uncle does this." It's like, this is what I have.
This is what I have. This is what I
have.
do.
My favorite one is, "How long did it take you to do this?" So my answer has become a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Does it matter? Will you buy it if I tell you it took me 1,500 hours? They laugh. No, really, it took me 1,500 hours to make that.
I don't know. I don't know what people are like searching for when they ask that question. Like, is it a reason to agree to your pricing, or is it a reason to try to knock it down?
All of the above.
Like,
I believe it's all of it.
yeah.
And some people just can't wrap their brain around what fine art is.
Yeah. I don't interact with people too much when they come into my space. Like, if I've seen them kind of linger in there for a while, I'll give them a shout, like, I'm here, let me know if you have any questions. But I feel as though as long as I have a price where they can see it, like, they really don't need me.
Yeah.
Especially since I think a lot of people are just kind of looking, checking things out. And then a lot of people want to make their own little crazy assumptions and have their own thoughts, which is fine. I don't want to hear them, because then I get crazy. Because every once in a while I hear someone talk about how, we don't make these things, that we just ship them in.
What?
Yeah.
Well, you don't, but
I don't. But my booth will accuse me of it, and they just get this stuff. They just ship it all. They just get it all shipped, and they just order it.
there are some people that
There are some people who do that, which discounts all. And that's what I think part of it is the environment that you're in. Like, I feel like sometimes we can do all the steps to try to signal how high end or how much goes into our art and our process, just for it to be discounted because the booth next to us has everything ordered from Temu, or can make it a little harder for the rest of us who are actually making things.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in trying to lead someone to find, something in their price range. And unless they ask, you know what I mean? Like, if they want something specific, I can help you do that. But I don't mind when people pick up something and they walk out because the price of it. Because I feel like it's not their booth, it's not their space.
Exactly.
Like, I've had, done pop-ups and shows where people will pick up a cup. I had this one guy and he's like, "Why is this worth $40?
Oh my God. I don't.
Because I made it. But what's different from this cup than the one I get at Walmart? I made this one. But I could buy the same. No, you can't buy the same
Oh
thing
my God.
at Walmart.
I would tell those people.
Because it's made with a mold. It's injected. Like, this right here, there's no handmade, there's no soul to it. You don't feel a presence of a person. It is just strictly what the machines are programmed to do, and it is created so that it is indistinguishable from the next one the machine makes, and the next one for thousands and thousands of pieces. There's no variation to that. And that's fine if that's the way you want to live your life and have those pieces. Some people find this aesthetic very beautiful, very clean, very what they want as a background for their meals.
Right.
That's not what I make.
Yeah.
And I'll have some people who will come in and buy a piece and then bring it back to me and be like, "Well, this piece is flawed. Like, this has this little flaw in it." And it's like,
did you not see it?
the flaw was there when you picked it up. And like, for those people, I've learned to just take my piece back and give them their money and be done with it. I had one guy who came in 3 different times because he had bought a cup and he thought it had a problem, and then he got another cup and he thought it had a problem,
Oh.
and another cup. And then he came back in and I told him, I was like, you can just have your money. I don't think you like my work. Like, that's part of my work.
Yeah.
Every piece is different and has a little point of interest because that's that piece. Like, would you bring
All
your
the
children back because they
inclusions.
have birthmarks?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
these
Oh
are
my God.
birthmarks on the pieces.
Yeah. Is that fun?
It is fun. I was listening to a lot of books that related to our social systems here in the United States, and and like history.
Do you trust history though?
See, that's the thing. I trust many voices to give me history. I
Okay.
don't trust textbooks to give me history.
Yeah.
I enjoy works where they read between the lines,
Yeah.
where they bring up past reports
Okay.
and like not summarize it, but show you, this is what they said, this is what they did. And it's very clear that the United States is exactly where they've always wanted the United States to be. Like, what's happening isn't a fluke. We're not in some alternate timeline. It's not some crazy organization that's taken over. It's literally just the United States being the United States.
Well, and it's governed by people. It's governed by money.
It's governed by money.
It always has been.
It always has been. And the first, real tool for control that they used was racism. And they steadily bring it out. And it is mind-boggling how they can use racism to justify and create all of these really horrible practices that get practiced on people of color, and people of color are demonized for their troubles or whatever is going on. And as soon as the populace buys into it and says, oh yes, that's because they make poor decisions or this and that, they find themselves victims to the exact same policies. Because once the system can get you to swallow it and believe it for someone else, they weaponize it and they use it against you.
Did you see how they use Mexico and Mexicans and South Americans as a backdoor to get back into hating blacks again? Like, they couldn't do it right away because we just had a black president, and we thought we were finally over that, right? Like, we're in the next phase of our humanity. But I watched it. I noticed that first who can we pick on that are kind of defenseless, but we can't pick on blacks again because it's too soon. So let's pick on
because
Mexicans.
That's so wrong. Because there's no way to just to pick on black people and it just be evil to pick on black people. We can pick on Mexicans and say it's because of criminality and the way they've come into the United States.
And they snuck little by little. Now all of a sudden they started injecting a little bit of the black hate, and it just got worse and worse. And you know what? It's starting to happen now. The Asians are coming in. But they're using it as China. But then they're also starting to make little comments and things about. So somebody said, "Oh, you're going to Vietnam," and I said, "Yeah, I'm a little worried that I won't be able to get back in." And they were like, "Why?" And I said, "Well, because today he says he likes South Korea, but tomorrow you never know, and I'm from Korea. So how can you not be afraid that you go over somewhere and 2 weeks later you're at the check-in? Who's out du jour?"
Exactly. Exactly. Who do they hate today?
Yeah. What did Trump say about the Koreans today? Oh yeah, they're good people. They're fun people. I love their food and their K-pop culture and stuff. I really went to town on the characters today. I was in that frame of mind. I've got everything on here. Elephant, hippos.
Well, I thought it was
Look
a
at my
rook.
little rook character. Can you see him?
Oh, I do see him. Very cute. Or no, you have little flying little bugs over
Oh
on
my
the side.
god. Got a phoenix right there. Cute phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
a flying bug with one long antenna.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a dragon feeling it today. Oh, I always have to have one. Tadpole. See, right there. See that guy right there?
Yeah.
Wait, I gotta show. Can you see the one? Wait, see if you can see it here. The one. Yuki's always got to have the one. There he is. See? Tadpole. Keep it G-rated.
G-rated.
So on YouTube, when you post it, you gotta choose who your audience is. It's like public, and then it says, "This is not made for under age of 18," and you want to choose that because I don't know why, but because then you have to fill out like all these other questions like how old, what's the content, blah blah blah, and so you always have to choose for the most views. So now I get it because sometimes I like to have a few in there, and,
right.
And I want to say things like
right.
So not that if you're 17 you haven't already.
You kind of probably already know the word. Probably already know about it.
But they're still children legally. Did you ever see that movie? It's one of my favorite movies. I think it's called Family or The Family. It's got Robert De Niro, Michelle Pfeiffer, Thornton,
Billy Bob.
So he's the FBI agent who is looking out for DeNiro, who is a informant, and they have to move him around the world because people are trying to kill him. And Pfeiffer's his wife.
Okay.
And they have 2 children. It's my go-to. I just want to relax and watch something kind of gnarly and funny at the same time.
Okay.
So the young man who plays his son looks just like him.
Really?
He even has a mole, like somewhere around here. He's talking to his sister one day, and they're like walking to school or something, and they're sharing notes about like how to behave and who to be, because you can tell they've gone from country to country, from town to town, and they're different people. So they'll say things like, okay, you'll be Chris and I'll be they could reinvent themselves every time, right?
Right.
So anyway, they're talking one day, and the young man is talking to his sister, and he says, "Do you ever notice that Dad can say, it can mean like so many different things?" And then they have a little vignette of like if he goes, if he just ate really good pasta, he goes, and if he's pissed off, he goes, and then if he says, but he has this whole vignette of just the one word.
Right.
And so every time I see it, I think of that scene. It's very funny. It's really, really a great movie. Are you almost done?
I am.
You are?
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that. That's amazing. I love it. You should frame that. Okay, here's my really light as a feather version.
About 9 inches. So it's gonna be a little less. 2. Yes.
It's 3 bowls of soup big.
Thank you.
Right.
Oh, here, I'll put it down. Thank you.
Oh, I got it on about
Okay.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
So I love your I love your stove and fridge and basins and stuff. So tell me about those.
So when I started or got this space over on this side, I was looking at, okay, what can I bring in to work on? And as I was looking at, okay, like bringing in like new equipment, right? Like buying tables and buying a slab roller and all these different things, storage spaces, a damp box. It all was so daunting. And the idea of buying something brand new that literally my practice is going to help me turn into junk just like really bothered me. So I just started, OfferUp had a big part of doing this. But people were offering, things like this refrigerator, which as soon as I saw it, I was like, damp box. And so the first couple of years that I had it, I did put pieces in it as I was working, and it helped to slow down the drying out process, which was really kind of cool and sometimes needed here because things dry out really fast. But like now, she's pretty much storage. Yeah. So I use it for storage. And the oven I used to put like little heaters inside of and used to help dry things out, like when we were doing a class and we needed parts to kind of dry out smaller bits. But now that one's just storage too. In the process of getting started creating in this space, like kitchen stuff kept standing out to me, like that home kind of a vibe, that space. Like it reminded me of my grandmother's kitchen, or not my grandmother's, actually my great grandmother's kitchen. And we used to go there and sit down around the table. You could hear all kinds of little conversations, especially like if you were quiet and you weren't like looking like you were listening. So like if you could find something to do. So I was like reading all kinds of little things and like finding interest in all the little cracks or designs or everything else. And I just kind of wanted to create that kind of feeling of just a cozy spot. So that's where the kitchen part comes in. Plus, when you make clay, everything is so close to like being in the kitchen. As she like started, got frailer or wanted to eat less, like the dishes that we started off with, like the one the lady brought over a little while ago, that would be a dish that she ate out of. And then suddenly she wanted something smaller. So I'm making something smaller, right? Starting off from like this, right? We're moving to something like this. And then she's like, no, this is a little too heavy. So then you move on right here. It's too big. So we go here. My friend teaches me how to throw off the hump. He actually teaches me, I think, this Korean method he learned. And I start making these little sets. They're still too heavy, So I just keep playing at it. And finally, I got here, like, just like, they're light, they're so small, right? They're so small. They're delicate. They like sing. They're full of color. Like, they were anything and like, I don't know, like everything like it's, do to convince her to eat. But of course, this set right here didn't get out of the kiln until after she passed. So it's crazy. Like in pottery, like you're always behind. Like time is.